Hey there, this is future me talking. While I was editing this video, there was massive news for Wizards of the Coast taking the reins on Commander. Um, Basically, what happened was the RC was so unsafe with the fallout of the bans. And the reason why I'm whispering is because it's in the middle of the night when I got this news, so I'm trying to be as quiet as possible. But anyway, so long story short, Wizards of the Coast are now again taking the reins of Commander. So basically, the rules and whatnot are gonna be on them, and a lot of people don't like this, understandably so, because Wizards of the Coast in the first place it made Hull Breacher and Jeweled Lotus in the first place, right? But no matter what your feelings are about this, whether you don't like this or like this or whatever, I think it's the best way to do anything at this point is to not overreact and not jump to conclusions. Sorry, and not jump to conclusions because overreacting and jumping to conclusions is what got us in here in the first place. So best thing to do right now is to see what happens, see if this is actually going to be a good thing or a bad thing. Because right now we don't know. The future of Commander is for some people it's bleak. For some people they're optimistic. For me, I don't know. I'm here to observe every single one of it. Oh, and also they have like they're going to propose a bracket system for Commander. So basically there's gonna be a quote unquote point system now, where your deck falls in either to bracket 1, 2, 3, or 4. Your deck will your deck's uh, bracket will be determined on what the bracket of a specific card is. So if an ancient tomb is a bracket 4, then your deck is a 4, even though your your deck is what a chair tribal or something, but you have an ancient tomb to make it work or something like that. But this is complicated. Power level in Commander has always been a complicated thing to discuss. So I like the idea of this. I always like the idea of the point system in Canadian Highlander. So that being like a uh an alternative to the Commander power level is I think overall a good thing in mind, but how they execute it is a different discussion altogether. But anyway, again, my thoughts on all of this is that I am once again anxious about it. I still don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. Best thing to do is to wait for further news and just keep it all together and be excellent with one another. Anyway, I'm going back to my past me. Bye bye. Before I start the video, I just want to address two things. First, I want to thank every single one of you who watched and liked my first video. It really means a lot that you hear a nerd just nerding out on a hobby he likes. Second, the community's reaction to the Commander banning last week is vile and disgusting. Sure, I don't like the bans myself, but that doesn't mean that you should go out of your way and harass either the CAG, the RC, or any of the EDH community at large. They are human beings who are doing their best to make the format as good as possible, whether you agree to their decisions or not. Stop being subhumans for once and think on your actions. Now with that being said, let's start the video with prefacing that red in standard and pioneer right now is very funny. Watch this clip.
We have the Elspeth Smite and the Leyline Binding. We can do stuff. There you go. See? See? People are not playing it? Yeah, my sweet beehive. I think we're dead, right? I think we're just dead. Is that it? Are we just dead? Look, we're just dead. Turn 2. Turn 1. Our turn 1. Nothing we could have done. Who just said nobody's playing the ley line? Yeah, there you go. There's the ley line for you, my friend. There it is. Exactly lethal on turn 1. And nothing I could have done about it. Nothing I could have done about it. Literally nothing. Boom. Boom. So, yeah. I'm not watching this.
That was a clip of MTG Malone that I just found while I was scrolling through the r/MTG subreddit. Basically what happened was Red post Duskmorn is pretty fucking wild. This caught my attention because, well, it's funny. Red decks in 60 card formats are typically known for their aggressive, fast, and explosive gameplay. These decks utilizes aggro strategies. They employ cheap creatures and burn spells every turn to keep on pressuring the opponent. Your opponents can't really make risky decisions when their life total is going down faster than the stocks on Ubisoft. The very second you blink, they now have a board that can threaten you for lethal. I already knew Red was fast, but god damn dude, I wasn't even finished reading my cards, and I'm already dead at this point. Basically, Leyline of Resonance is a new card from Duskmorn, which is also a new card for the Leyline cycle. The Leyline cycle consists of enchantments for each color. Although they have varying effects with one another, they all have one thing in common. They are free spells if you have drawn them on your opening hand. The combo consists of Leyline of Resonance, Cacophony Scamp, and 2 pump spells like Monstrous Rage or Turn Inside Out. Leyline reads that all of your instants or sorceries that targets a single creature are copied, while Cacophony Scamp does a Gamer Super Slide when it deals damage, and when it perishes, it deals damage to face depending on what its power was. The combo plays out with 2 Leyline of Resonance on play, mount into Cacophony, pass, then on your turn, smack face with your pump spells, and then congratulations, you won the game. You're already telling yourself, well, this is a very specific combo, in order to kill them in turn 2. Yes, it is, I agree. But please remember that this isn't a singleton format. This is a 60 card format that can have up to 4 copies for each card. This is still a specific combo with a hyper-specific amount of cards to kill on turn 2, but it's not as unlikely as you think. Just remove the creatures, you muttered. Yes, of course, that's the answer for all aggro strategies in the first place anyway, interaction. But sometimes you don't have the mana for the interaction. Sometimes you don't have the interaction piece on your hand in the first place. These are all valid statements that I agree on, but let's not look at this on a vacuum. With all that in consideration, is this really a problem? Are these aggro decks too fast even for Standard or Pioneer? Well, that's not really a black and white statement. Again, this deck folds to interaction. A single cut down or a single Elfat Smite will guarantee you to survive or even fight back or guarantee you a win. But if it did prove to be a problem and Wizards deems it so, I have 3 predictions on what might happen. Number 1, Cacophony getting banned. Number 2, Leyline getting banned. Or number 3, Leyline getting restricted. I think the best case scenario in all of this is that the Leyline getting restricted. Cacophony itself isn't really much of a problem. It was really Leyline that pushed it towards the broken category. And to that extent, I also don't think Leyline should be banned in these formats. It's not really a super broken card to be banned, in my opinion at least. Best thing to do, in my opinion, is to restrict it to 1 copy so that the strategy itself still exists, but it won't be as fast or as aggressive or as consistent as it was. Well, these are all my opinions anyway. If you have a different opinion, let me know in the comments below. I'm not a Standard or a Pioneer expert in the first place, so if you guys have anything insightful to tell me, please let me know. Again, thank you everyone for watching my videos. It means a lot. I don't really expect much to begin with since this is just a hobby. I just want to yap. Yapping makes me happy for some reason. But, you know, seeing engagements on my video, it also makes me really happy. Anyway, that's it. If you like the video, pummel the thumbs up icon. Then if you want to see more bullshit in the future, consider subscribing. Yeah, See ya.